abuser. That's so weak. That is so weak. Especially when everybody know I ain't do it. That is so weak. Whenever anybody makes a point that you guys don't like on the internet, y'all resort to white supremacist tactics. It's weird, bro. It's weird. I'm trying to get into the box, but she's scared to come. She said in her video, if I need that, she can provide that. Okay, bet, I need that. Go to her freaking most recent video and tell her I need that. I don't like doing the back and forth video shit. I'm a live content creator. I like to talk in real time, where there is no issues, where there is no misconceptions, where narratives cannot be spread. No, I want you in here. We can either go personal, we can go blow for blow, or we can go intellectual. I'm with all the shit. I'm with the shit, period. You can get it any which way you want to. What I'm hoping for is to actually have an actual conversation where it's not based on freaking attacks, because I'm not trying to attack. I'm not trying to attack a fucking black woman. I'm not trying to do that. Talking about I'm clout chasing off of her. You made 2 videos on me. I didn't even know you existed until 2 hours ago. I didn't know who you were. You got almost 200,000 followers. I've never heard of you. I've never seen you in my life. I've never seen you in my life. You started with me. I didn't do nothing to you. I didn't do nothing to you. I'm only responding to you, shorty. And the video I made back responding to you, beloved, I didn't even disrespect you. I just told you were wrong. I'm in the comment section telling you, hey, you're wrong. And then you want to make a third video doing all that extra shit. Girl, if you don't get your ass in here, anybody got time for that? So all the black Americans that support this clown, you should be ashamed of yourself. Okay, bet. Do you need that? Since she's not going to come up. You going to come up, toxic sludge? Do you need that?
Yeah, what's good? What's good? What you want?
You don't put your camera on?
No, I'm not going to put my camera on.
Oh, so you're afraid to put your camera on? So
No,
you
I'm
a
not
man
afraid to put my
talking to
camera on.
another man, and you can't talk to a man with your camera on?
What difference does it make?
It makes all the difference in the world. It's
Can you hear my voice?
literally a man is talking to another man. A man that can't sit here and face me with his eyes looking at me is giving pussy. So if you're gonna sit here and talk shit in the comment
You don't-
section, my boy, at least turn your camera on, bro.
You don't.
Be a
You
man.
don't. You don't get to define what a man is. I don't. give
Yes,
a
I
fuck
do
what
get
you
to define what a man is.
I
What?
don't give a
Because
fuck what you
because
think a man
because
is.
what? Because I'm queer. I can't define what a man is.
Don't straw man my arguments.
I'm
I
not
said
straw
you-
man or nothing. Who are you to determine what a man is? I'm
Who are
telling
you to determine what
as
it is?
I'm telling you, as a man to another man, turn your camera on. Quit being scary. You the
You
one
don't
talking
get to
shit
define
about
what a
me. I'm
man
not
is.
talking shit about you. I don't
You
know
don't get to
you.
define what a man is. I don't know
But
you
you
either.
get to define what a man is. Why is that?
I haven't said anything about being a man. That's you.
You nigga, but you the one tell. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead. What?
You're afraid to turn your camera on. Got it. Go ahead.
You invited me up. What do you want?
You're the one talking shit in the comment section.
Absolutely.
I don't know
you. Okay, I don't know you. I don't follow you.
You know me, but you have so much to say about me in the comment section. How do you not know me but judge me in the comment section? I don't know you.
You are a divisive person, and you are
So
harmful
you do
to
know
black
me.
people. Based on what I know you, I don't know you, but based
Okay.
on what I know about you, you are a harmful person. You are a divisive person, and you
Uh-huh.
are harmful to black people.
I'm harmful to black people? How?
Yes, you are.
How? Explain.
The the bullshit half baked ideas that you spread on your TikTok are harmful for black people.
How?
I mean, pick one. What do you want to pick? You just
No,
said
you tell me. You're the one telling me I'm harmful. So pick one, bro. That's how that works.
You claim to be pro-black. and
No, I
yet-
did not.
Okay, you claim. You claim to be uh, 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 whatever pro, or you claim to be proud to be black. Correct? Are you
Yeah,
proud to be
I'm a proud Haitian black man. Okay.
you? You stick up for black people,
Yeah.
and yet you attack black people. How does
I
that work?
attack black people. How?
Genty, have you lost? Is your memory okay, buddy? What's going on? You all right?
What black people do? I attack black people holistically. Where? When did
Genty,
you
you
ever
have
see
been
me
a
say black people ain't
you have
shit?
you
Black
have
women ain't shit. When have you ever heard me say that?
again. Stop strawmanning what I'm saying.
I'm not
You know
strawmanning. You're the
exactly.
one who's making the claim.
Yeah, and you're strawmanning my claims. You know that for the last several years that you've been on this app, that you have frequently attacked black women. You know this.
Oh, I've
Stop
attacked
lying.
black women. Okay.
Yes.
So give an
Okay, so
example.
you are inherently anti-black, and you
I'm
are
inherently
homophobic to
okay.
black women.
Give an
Yes, you
example.
are. Pick one.
You're the one making the claim. You got to be the one to pick one, bro. That's how that works.
Are you telling me that you've never attacked a black woman on TikTok ever?
Of course I have when they disrespected my kids or when they doxed me. Hell yes. I don't give a damn about none of that. Once you go personal, I go personal. All that black stuff go out the way. All that Mexican shit go out the way. All that color shit go out the way. I live in
Okay.
reality, my nigga. Just because I sit here and I clap back don't mean I hate black women. I literally clap back at those black women.
I have never attacked a black woman in my life.
That's You're better than me. Congrats. That's cool. You let certain people be homophobic to you. You let certain people do this to you. That's great. That's awesome. I'm happy for you.
Again, stop adding all this additional things to what I'm saying.
I'm
Stop
not adding
strawmanning what I'm
additional
saying.
stuff. I'm saying congratulations. Okay.
You just said homophobic. I didn't say homophobic in any way, shape, or form since I've been up here. What the
No,
fuck are you
I'm not
talking about?
saying you said homophobic. I'm saying there were black women who were homophobic to me. There were black women on this app who doxed me. So you made the general claim, right, that I attack black women just for the love of the game. I don't attack nobody for the love of the game. I don't do that, especially a black woman. The black woman you see me go back and forth with on the internet came at me first, said some fucked up shit to me first. And yeah, maybe some of the things I said back shouldn't have been said, but I'm defending myself. I never in the history of this app ever sat here, come off the side of my face and attack no black woman just for the fuck of it. That's crazy. Do you
Genty,
know how
just
many, do you know who's the majority of my following, Toxic, since you know me or don't know me, whichever you want to pick and choose depending on the heat of the moment?
That's
The
probably
vast
black
majority of
women.
my following is black women. So if I was such a
That
detriment
doesn't
to black women, why the fuck are they following me?
because they're misguided. That's why.
They're
And like
misguided. So you're calling
you
them
just
stupid? So
hold
they
it.
don't have two eyes that can see? They don't have 2 ears that can hear?
You once again you've strawmanned what I just said. I didn't say
How am I
anybody was stupid.
strawmanning you? You're making the claim. You're
I
literally
said
making the claim that these
misguided.
black women are dumb. That's what you basically saying, bro.
Misguided. Stop strawmanning what I'm saying,
Okay,
boy.
misguided. All right.
And as I said, I have never attacked a black woman. You just defined what a man was when I
I don't
came up
believe you,
here,
by the way.
and yet you are a male who attacks women. Why would a male attack a female in any way, shape, or form? I don't care what she says. You would
No, if you
attack,
talk about my
and
kids
that's
and
what
dox
men
me, I'm
do.
cussing you out. That's
That's
gonna
what men
happen.
do. Yeah, I know, because you're a bitch.
I'm a bitch.
You
Okay, so
understand?
I'm a bitch for
Yeah.
literally telling a woman, "Hey, you not fixing to dox me? How
You
dare you?"
attack women. You
No, I
attack
don't,
women.
baby.
Yes,
No,
you
I
do.
don't.
Oh, yes, you do.
No, I
You made
don't.
an entire career of
And I
it.
tussle with men more than anything on this app. Are
No,
you
you
kidding
don't.
me? I
No, you
don't.
don't.
So
No,
now
you
you're gonna
don't.
gaslight?
No, you don't.
And
You
by
know
the way,
that.
chat, he cares about women so much, but he calls y'all females.
That's
Chat, do you
I'm.
see? Have you ever heard me call y'all female, chat, in the past 5 years since I hate y'all so much? Have y'all ever seen me call y'all female one time on this app or any app?
Genty,
Oh,
The
oh,
chat is here for you. They're gonna
oh,
agree with whatever you say. The
oh,
reason
no,
why I
they're
did,
not all agreeing with what I
no,
say.
no, no.
Do you know how many black, hold on, real quick, Toxic. Do you know how many black women is in this chat right now that don't fuck with me like that, that's agreeing with me?
I have no
There's at
idea. I
least
don't
30 of
care.
them that I see that haven't seen in months in here that don't fuck with me like that. And rightfully so, that's cool. But
Genty,
they
I
are
don't
agreeing
care.
with me.
I
Stop it. You're
the reason
losing.
the reason why I said that, I wanted to specifically differentiate female from woman because one is a biological category, the other is a social category. I
Right,
did that
but
on
it's
purpose.
offensive to women. You say that I'm such an offensive POS to women. You just offended women. They don't. Majority of women don't like being called female, bro. They take it as a derogatory term. Hence, why
So,
I, the man who's so disrespectful to women, I don't even call them that.
so when a doctor calls a woman a female, it's offensive to
If a woman
doctors?
says it's offensive, my nigga, I'm not arguing with them.
Do doctors use the term female? What about
I'm
scientists?
not a doctor. I don't know.
Okay, they do. They use the word female. Are they offended at their doctors also?
Brother, I'm not a female. I'm not a woman, bro. You got to ask them that. I don't know.
Take
I
take a
just know
take
that
an
they don't like
educated
that.
guess. Take an educated guess. If a doctor calls a woman a female, will she be offended at that?
9 times out of 10, probably not. I don't know. But I'm not a
Of
doctor,
course.
so I wouldn't know.
Okay, so then stop
Do
again.
you want a black woman to come up here so you can ask her yourself?
No, no.
Oh, so you
And what,
respect black women so much, but you don't want to. You're talking about black women, but you don't want to talk to one?
Genty, you can drag
Ooh,
Genty, you can drag this on as much as you want. I
ooh.
have never been in a public tussle with a black woman. You've been in them hundreds of times on this app, like a fool, and yet you define yourself as a man that's arguing and fighting and going back and forth and talking about women, females. What? That's the definition of a man? That a person that fights women? And then you come up here with all these bullshit lies, like you're this fucking Malcolm X of TikTok or
Who
something
said
like
I'm
that.
Malcolm X?
You
I'm a
you are
TikToker.
you are absolutely destructive to
I'm
black
destructive.
people. You are.
I'm a nigga with 1 million followers on a kids app.
Yeah, I know. And you
Destructive.
you just said the N word
You
about
just
5 times already. I have not
so
said
what?
it
So
once.
what if I said the N? What are you talking about? Now it's about me saying the N word.
Now, if a Mexican kid, I heard you on a live.
Now, if a Mexican what? If a Mexican what?
I heard you on another live talking about, well, Mexicans kids say the N word and they shouldn't. Da, 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 da. And yet you say it. What do you expect? If these kids grew up
There's no
listening to
way that's your argument.
Genty, if these kids grew up listening to hip hop, us black people say a word and we sell them the license to say the word, why would we get mad when they say the word?
So wait, it's 9 year olds' fault when they say the N word around other people that they grow up to be saying the N word. So we blaming kids? With
If they are raised on our culture and our music and they begin to mimic our culture and our music, why would we get mad at
bro,
that?
you are all over the place. And now it's my fault that Mexicans say the N word. And you're starting to sit here and
Again,
say, well, how dare you tell a Mexican, non-black Mexican, that they're saying the N word and it's wrong, but you are saying it. I'm black.
again, that
What? Like you're
did
Milan,
you
I'm
did,
trying to my sister
did,
wants to come up. Hold on, Toxic. Hold on. Go ahead, Milan.
So how is he not black?
what did
How
you
am I
say?
not black? How am I not black?
I didn't say anybody was not black.
So why he can't say the N word?
Like it's
Listen, if
okay if you don't want to say it,
listen,
but
listen. If it's a destructive word for one group to say it, why would it be destructive for anyone to say it, regardless of us being black?
So what were you gonna do about it if he says it? He can say it right now. What are you gonna
You
do?
can say that's fine. I don't. I'm not here.
hold
I'm
on,
not.
Milan. Let me drop you because I want it to be between just me and him, just us men. You hear me?
All right.
I bet. Yeah, because my sister was about to. Hey, I didn't want her to go crazy on you because I don't need to go crazy on you. Because I mean, you say your opinion.
You're not gonna go
You ain't
crazy.
disrespect me.
Nothing. There's nothing you have that would indicate you're gonna go crazy on anything. As I
No,
said,
I said I'm not going crazy on you.
as I said, you are destructive to the black community. The messages that you spread on this app are destructive to the black community. You are divisive. You are a racist person.
Black
Do
people
you
can't be
understand?
racist.
Oh, of course.
No,
Prove
they
it.
can't.
Okay, prove it. Prove it. Prove it.
Literally. So
Okay,
black
hold
so
on, hold
so,
on.
so 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 black people make up what percentage in the United States of America?
13%.
So how can the 13% oppress the majority?
I didn't say oppressed. I said racist.
No, no. Racism is not just literally not liking someone based off the color of their skin.
I didn't say
There's
not liking
oppression.
something.
There's the oppression is also a part of that, sir. That's what I'm saying. If
There
you're
are a
gonna
lot of
speak
things that are
about,
part of it.
you're not gonna let me finish. Okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead. My apologies. Go
So,
ahead.
so, how can black people be racist towards the majority, right? If they can't even oppress the majority, they can't oppress anyone. Anyone. Black people can be colorist. Black people can be anti-black. Black people can be homophobic. Some can argue that black people can be prejudiced. I argue that black people can't even be prejudiced towards anybody. Well,
That's
they can be a
ridiculous.
lot of things, but definitely not racist. There's power behind that. There's a level of power there that black people do not have.
Yeah,
White
Genty,
people only have that power. I can
Genty.
argue that Latinos can't be racist. Indigenous people definitely can't be racist. Asian people can't be racist because they're all a part of the same oppressed group as black folks. So the common denominator here is people of color, black people here. White people, they make up over 60% of this country. They own damn near every Fortune 500 company in this goddamn land right now. They literally take up damn near every seat. Why is chat? Do not report him. I want him up here. Do not report him. I want him up here. But like I said, black people can be a lot of things. And I'm not sitting here saying, oh, black people can't be racist. We're innocent. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you want to sit here and use the word, actually know what it means. Don't just go off of Webster, my nigga. It's, sorry, toxic, since you don't want me to use the N-word on you, right?
Thank you.
Don't just go off of just one word, bro.
That's exactly what you are doing.
That's not what I'm doing. I'm literally breaking down why black people cannot be racist towards anybody, bro. Thank you, Carolina. But racism is literally prejudice plus power. Black people don't have either.
Incorrect.
In this country.
Racist,
I would say the world. We don't even. Okay. It's sorry, bro. But again, it's like you sit here and you are upset at me, right? Because let's call it what it is. You say I'm destructive. It's not me being destructive. It's me being blunt. You don't like that I'm blunt. You don't like that I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat shit and sit here and tell the world, oh, this is peaches and rainbows and we all gonna have our Disney Channel ending movie like the fucking Luck of the Irish. That's not reality, bro. I'm here to tell you that raw, real shit. I'm gonna tell you what it is. And it makes you uncomfortable. So you want to sit here and base it off of me being destructive. Nigga, toxic. I ain't being destructive. I'm being blunt.
That again, there's a difference between destructive and blunt. I chose my words correctly.
So I'm being destructive because I'm telling you the majority of every other demographic that ain't black is definitely anti-black, and there needs to be kinks that needs to be worked out to move forward to be one big fucking unit. That's me being destructive. Me telling the black community, do not put your ass on the front lines because they are literally looking at us to be target practice. That's me being destructive. Me sitting here saying, and this is my argument, and you're probably not going to agree with it, that literally the only other oppressed group that can even come close to the oppression that black people go through. And the other one was from somewhere in England or something like that. And they created the concept of race. They went to Africa. They saw us. They were like, oh, big nose, big gum, big butt, black. Nick, that's what happened. That's literally what happened, bro. You're trying to change history.
Genty, what you need to do is you need to go a little bit deeper. You said the 15th century. I have proof of Middle Eastern historians, specifically a man by the name of Ibn Khaldun, who wrote this book called the Muqaddimah, which means the beginning. He was an Egyptian Middle Eastern historian who started writing the history. In this book, he wrote about colors. So it may not have been called race, the way the European version that you're talking about, but all of these ideas existed prior to the 1500s. So I understand what you're saying. You're saying that Europeans created a system. Well, before the European system, there was a Middle Eastern system. There was this type of system that Europeans borrowed from and then created their system. So if we're talking about the history of race, you have to go back to what I was talking about is proto-race. It may not have been called race or black because the term black is an English word, obviously. But during that time, there were systems that looked like, acted like the same thing that the European racial system did. It took black people and it made them into a subcategory based on their skin, as I said, because of what was called the Hamitic curse. Is that clear?
Toxic, are you a hotep?
No. I understand. I'm just somebody who reads books. I understand what you're saying. You're talking about the European version of race. But before that, there was something called proto-race. Proto meaning first. Before that, race still existed.
No. Genty, if I can real quick. So
yeah, real quick, then I gotta drop you because I want to.
Yeah, I'll be super quick.
Yeah.
So just so you know that I read books too, and I'm actually a critical race scholar, and you're wrong. The concept of race was created by the Portuguese in the 1500s. Prior to that, yes, there were caste systems that included all shades of people depending on what part of the globe you lived on. But the concept of race was constructed by the Portuguese. The concept of whiteness was constructed by white people. That is why we say Black people and other people of color cannot be racist towards white people or really against each other, because prejudice is a completely separate issue, is because the entire basis for what we determine who is white and who is not is the arbiters of that are white people. So that is why we're saying that they cannot be racist against them.
And the reason
Okay.
why we can argue, Toxic, that Black people can't be prejudiced towards white people either is because that would entail like we don't have a right to feel a little queasy around white folks. We do.
Exactly.
We have a right
That is
to feel a
ridiculous.
little.
That
Hold
is
on, Toxic.
absolutely
Hold on,
ridiculous.
hold on, brother. Hold on. Black people have a right to look at white people and feel a little bit of trauma walking past them. It's
Why?
400 years built up. So I can argue
Why?
that Black folks can't be prejudiced towards white people either.
That's ridiculous.
That's not
No, you're-
ridiculous. That's a
you're wrong.
fact. What are you talking about?
Okay, hold on.
I was going to tell you one thing before I drop also about the issue you're dealing with. This is not the first thing that she's done, because I have followed her in the past, because I did see like some of her videos were kind of like, oh, talking about unity or addressing certain issues. But I have an issue that like just a couple days ago on one of her smaller account pages, she is trying to tell people in the Native community that they cannot be anti-Black for calling out pretendianism. And the person who requested her to make that video is an extremely anti-Black Native, where they are combating pretendians by using derogatory stereotypes about Black people. And they're
So she's a hypocrite.
yeah, she is. So that's what I was going to warn you about. And she never addressed my comment at me as an Indigenous woman telling her I'm being dragged all over the internet for calling
She
out
blocked me, by the
Black
way.
natives. Yeah.
She blocked me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's scary.
Yeah. But I'll go ahead and drop it. I wanted to let you know
Hold
that
on,
it's a
Carolina,
pattern
hold
for
on.
her at this point.
Let me say one thing to Carolina. As I
It's
said,
Carolina. Yeah, what's up?
if you look up Ibn Khaldun, he is a historian from the 11th century. This predates all systems of the ideas of race. It was there. Even, how about this? Go online, everybody listening to me right now, go online and type in Prophet Muhammad's last message. This was the 7th century. He then was even talking about white, black, and brown. In that system, the white people were Persians, the brown people were Arabs, and then the black people were Africans. So even in the 7th century, there was a system of race. It wasn't the European system that you guys are talking about, but it was a system that mimicked the same thing. In fact, I would even bet that the Europeans borrowed
Carolina,
from
let
the
me drop
Middle
it.
Eastern system.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I love how we went from Genty's such a bad guy to, we're having, listen.
You're a
no
bad
matter
guy.
How many, listen, huh?
You're a bad guy, Genty. You
I'm not,
spread
okay, if I'm a bad guy, I'm saying himself, I'll be whatever you want me to be. As long as that helps you sleep at night, that makes me happy. I'll be whatever you want me to be. If I'm the bad guy because I'm telling Black folks you should rest, I'll be the bad guy. If I'm the bad guy because somebody disrespect me and I don't give a damn what race, gender they are and I disrespect them back, if that makes me a bad guy, bet that makes me a bad guy. I guess I hate Black men because I got into a couple fights with a couple Black guys. I guess I hate all Black men now, right? Toxic, based off of your logic, because I get into a couple rumbles with a couple Black guys in my life that were being homophobic to me and I had to chin check them. That means I hate all Black men, right? Just because a couple Black women were talking about my kids and making fun of my daughter's weight and I sat here and talked about their crunchy wig, that means I must hate all Black women, right, Toxic? Based off of your logic. And me sitting here saying I wish non-Black Latinos would stop saying the N-word, I guess that means I hate all Latinos now, right? Your logic makes no sense. None.
listen.
I'm here to sit here and speak up for the people who think like me. I don't care about other people who don't think like me. Y'all allowed to feel how you feel, right? Toxic, you allowed to feel how you feel about me. I'm not mad at it, bro. At the end of the day, I got 1 million followers on TikTok. Of course, I'm going to have a target on my back. People are going to have opinions about me. I'm not taking anything you said personal, gang. I'm not. But if your feelings about me are based off of personal feelings and not logic, I can't respect that. That's weird.
Listen to me, Genty. You protect your family. That's fine. That's commendable. I'll I will concede to that. You protect your family, that's commendable. You telling black people to not jump in this fight, I think is incorrect. And I'll tell you why I think it's incorrect.
No, that's not what I said. I said do not go on the front lines. That's what I said. I said
Okay.
there are other ways to help. I said do not go on the front lines. That's what I said.
Okay. Even that going on the front, I say do go on the front lines. Why? Okay, let me tell you why.
Go ahead.
At this point, I don't even think color matters. What we're talking about is we're talking about the powerful versus the powerless. What the message that would be sent? Listen to what I'm saying before
I'm
you.
listening.
Before
I'm
you-
listening. I'm listening.
listen.
I'm listening.
The only thing I'm saying is don't be afraid to confront power. If they're kicking in doors and they're pulling mothers from daughters and they're doing these things, why would I say, Genty, if I saw your daughter being attacked by a rabid dog and I know that this is the same rabid dog that attacked my daughter, do you think I'm going to do nothing? I'm going to go, no, I don't like Genty, so I'll just let his daughter be. No, no, no. I'm going to jump into action. I'm going to get that dog off your daughter. And then afterwards,
And
we
I would
can
do the
argue.
same for you, of course.
Exactly. And afterwards, we can argue and we can go back and forth like we're doing now, and we can disagree with each other. But when I see an injustice happening to Genty or Genty's family, I'm in the fight. It doesn't matter about our differences.
But you're trying to tell a vast group of people how to fight. Just because you want to fight that way don't mean they have to. That's the problem. Black people have not had let me be very specific. Black Americans have not had a goddamn break when it comes to social issues in 400 years, dog. They haven't got a single break. I'm advocating for just the world to just let them breathe. For 4 years, for 400, they've been fighting. They can't have 4 years to relax. They can't drink them a pina colada and get their toes did. They can't go out and knock off shit off their bucket list for the love of the game for 4 years and then get back in the fight. 4 years is all they asking for, and that's too much.
Genty,
That's not fair.
Listen, if this were Germany in 1935,
You're
why
trying
would
to compare the Holocaust.
No, no, listen. No. No. I'm talking. 35 is when the Yazidis first came to power.
Correct.
Every Jewish person was saying, "No, we're not going to do anything. Let's sit back. Let's have a break." No, you can't have a break when you got an enemy in power. You have to confront. What's wrong with confronting power? If we were on a playground right now and there was a bully beating up somebody on the other side, why would we sit? Why would we sit there? We should go over there and get in that fight. Black people should be on the front lines, simply to say we're not afraid, and we're going to confront power where you go. Did you hear the Florida?
Do you know where Smittler and Nazi Germany, do you know where they got the idea to do the Holocaust from? You're an educated man. You already know the answer. You know where they
Right.
got that from?
Right. They borrowed a lot from the American genocidal
The
acts.
Atlantic slave trade, yes.
Right. Correct. But what I'm saying is when they saw them coming to power, slowly rising to power, and the Gestapo or the brown shirts did what ICE is doing right now. They went to Jewish people's homes, broke down doors, beat them up, unalived them, etc., etc. They're doing that now. The people who sit by and don't do anything, you're going to be next. So yes, get in the fight. I don't care what the cost is. Get in the
You
fight.
don't care what and that's the problem.
I do not.
That's where we disagree.